Hello. So how do I manage this? Give me a moment. I'm live on my channel. Please give me a share. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. There are people finally joining. No, Laurie, you didn't miss it. I just started. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Hi, Judy. Hi, Gregory. Hi, Sarah. Oh, I'm so warm. How is everyone? Pineapple is back and in full pineapple power. That's a good way of putting it. I'm all right. I'm a little bit tired, but I feel like playing with makeup. Hi, Barry. Happy birthday, Sarah. I hope you have some fun plans. Have you gotten any fun little gifts? Paddling pool. Oh, I'm jealous. I need a paddling pool. I might have an ice bath after this. Hi, Teresa. Just going through my bits. I know I brought some things, so let me figure out what it is I use. Licklash Beauty messaged me and asked me if they could send me some pigments. And this was before I ended up on Wells. This was well over a month ago. And I've been meaning to try them out for some time. So I'm thinking of using one in my look today. Because I'm thinking of doing something like really smoky, like really deep and smoky, because I haven't done that in a while. And I want to use this. Because I haven't used those kinds of deep kind of duochrome shades in a while. And I think they should make a comeback. I think they're quite underrated. And it's got a bit of pink in, which I know Mr. will approve of. Thank you, Mr. for sharing, by the way. So how many times does one have to clean eyeballs before panda eyes stop being a thing? Like I've tried oil remover, I've tried all different kinds of soaps, and if my lashes want to cling on to yesterday's mascara, they will. But I'm going to be playing with an old favorite today. I'm going to possibly use a bit of Nebula again because I've missed using it. Possibly some Huda and the Be Perfect Clientele because it's got some really nice burgundy tones in, which I'm going to be dipping into. Panda Eyes will always be a look, yeah. You're not wrong. And also Noir, because when do I not use that? That sounds like a metaphor. Don't cling on to yesterday's mascara. Wake up the next day, fresh faced. It sounds more like an advert for some kind of eye cleaning product. If anyone wants to make eye cleaning products, feel free to credit me in your future advertising. God, my brows are so long. I don't know if I should trim them again or not, or if I should keep them kind of fluffy. Hi, cake makeup. Sounds like a metaphor for not holding grudges. I like it. Might just leave my brows till the end because I don't want them too wild. I want to do something quite like cute and smoky. So I think fluffy for today. Just gonna prime my eyeballs. I'm using Sync to Whisper, the new MAC paint pot in white. If anyone's been thinking about getting this, do it. I love mine. I mean, look at the dent I've made in it already. You can't see really because it's white, but I have. It's got a it's a little more concave now. I wanted to get in the pool before Gremlins. Don't think I'll be able to. Honestly, Laurie, just get in the pool and scream at them if they try to get in. Just be like, no, this is mine now. Fetch me drinks. Bring me grapes. Doing a little bit of priming. Feel free to ask me things. Let's chat about stuff. It's just going to be chill. Also, how good was Saturday's live with me and Missa? Probably my favorite live yet. Like, I genuinely was worried I wouldn't be able to pull off what I did, but like, I really worked hard to try and get it right, and I'm glad that it got so. Yeah, you see, Missa gets it. You can unmake them too. This is why we aren't parents. See, yeah. If there's one, as if there's a one-stop shop into me turning into a dreadful alcoholic, it's if I had kids, which will never happen. I love animals. Love animals. I love you, Matty. You're always there with the banter. I dare say the new Mac Paint Pot formula spreads a little easier and it's a little thinner, but still quite full coverage. Whereas the soft ochre, I'd say, is actually quite a bit thicker and I have to really thin it out. So, I dare say they've improved this as well. I personally like to mix P. Louise and MAC Paint Pot because I have quite oily eyelids and I love the MAC Paint Pot by itself, but colors wise, I tend to mix and match. And I like that you get a little more blendability on the P. Louise, but you get better staying power with the MAC. So for me, mixing the two just makes sense. Oh God, that would have overwhelmed me as well. I can't deal with screaming. It doesn't matter if it's children or adults. If I hear tons of screaming, I'm like, nope, must leave. Don't want to be here. I had caffeine and it's still not kicking in. You might see a lot of yawning. That's why when you're tired, grunge always works because if you've got bags, it just adds to the look. Just getting my P. Louise in zero point 0.5. It's also something I need to repurchase at some point. I think I've got just under half left. Same brush, mix it in, tap it on top. Getting new housemates. Okay. How does he feel about that? Also, tell me if you guys want to hear some pretty good news and also why I was late. Missa knows because I messaged her, but it's pretty good. It involves the wonderful James. Hey, babe, I'm just talking about you. Do you want me to tell them what's happening, or do you want to put it in the chat for people to read? I'll let him reply and then spill the deets. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? I'm not talking too soft. I'm just keeping it very chill today. Do it. James called me all happy and dancing because he got a new job at a cinema. I'm not singing, James. I don't have the energy for that, and I can't sing like you can. Throwback to the day when I was live with Elena and he serenaded me on camera. I rewatch that sometimes, you know. It makes me laugh. I love it. There we go. I need my favorite packing brush for this. I think your induction is Wednesday, James. I think you said Wednesday. So, you know, for those who are in the Patreon, he's in the he's in the Cosmic Chat group as well. Feel free to tag him and say congrats, James. Aren't we looking boobalicious today? Really? I've only got a sports thing on. Also, how cute is this? It's a crop top, and I also have it in baby pink. I think it's very Daniela vibes, and obviously, as a nerd, I'm also a big Dragon Ball fan, so it just gives me those colors. But no, honestly, if I could make a law, it's that no underwire is allowed in the summer for sex toys and palettes. James, meant to keep these things quiet. Don't have to tell everyone we're building a dungeon. And free movies. Yeah, exactly. Get cheap date nights now. Yeah, I'm going in with Noir. I'm sure there's a way we can take advantage of that, Mister, when you come down. I wonder if there is free popcorn, because it's expensive in the cinema, right? Free movies, I'm so jealous. Yeah, that's perks of working in a cinema. You get a cinema card. Plus, James loves his films, so it's perfect for him. And it's at the Metro Center, which is a big shopping center, so I have an excuse to go there more, and it's like one of my favorite places, and I like a bit of retail therapy and all that, so you know, I can bug him here and there, hopefully. Oh God, this is looking mad at the minute, but it'll blend out nice. Hemming a pair of trousers. Oh, that sounds fun. Sounds like my life because I've got thick thighs. I'm always ripping my pants. All that big booty life. I can't wait for you to try this brush, Mister, for packing on shades. I think it'll change your life. It just does the job so bloody well. No worries, Judy. Hope everything goes well. Oh, I'm going to be diffusing the edges, so I'm not going to worry too much about how the edges look. This is where I get quite a sparse, normally more natural hairbrush, and just fade these edges a bit before I go in with the next color, because black can leave quite a harsh line. We don't want this. Oh, this one is a Jessup 221. The OG brush I was using, which is my favorite, is a Zoeva 225, and I have a few of these. I might do a live or a video one day where I talk about all my favorite brushes, because I have a lot of brushes, but I'm very specific about my favorite ones. So I'm definitely down if people are interested to do like a little show and tell of what I use the most, what I find the most versatile. And I love brushes because they're dead preferential as well. So everyone has like different views on what works. See, everything looks a little mad right now, but means once I blend a color in on top, it's not going to create a harsh line. And a good thing about not using just matte paint pot or P. Louise alone is that still get the blendability, but if I just used P. Louise, it would have disintegrated the primer underneath with diffusing. And but not just using matte paint pot by itself, it doesn't just set and make things harder to blend. Okay, I can go back in with black later and add. So I'm going to open the Clientele, which is quite an unsung Be Perfect palette, if I say so myself. And look at that. Such a pretty, like, browny burgundy tone. This color here is my favorite kind of color to use in most neutral looks. Bleach them brows. It's something I want to try, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that today. But it's something I do want to do. I don't know if it'll go with the look I'm doing today. We'll see how everything looks at the end, and then we'll see if it works. Because it's something I could do as an end step, as I haven't put anything in my brows yet. So see how that goes. I'm not against the idea. Ooh, fall out the house. Now I'm gonna go with my favorite blending brush, which is a Zoeva 228. And funny story, this particular brush by itself, this one, and where are you? These two here are my first two blending brushes, like professional blending brushes that I ever bought myself like 5, 6 years ago. And this brush is a Morphe brush, and this brush is a Zoeva brush. And I didn't know much about Morphe and all that stuff at the time because I was only like, I mean, I've done makeup for a while, but I used to buy everything cheap and nasty all the time. The only big brand that I would ever buy back in the day was Urban Decay because back then it was the exciting thing. But when it came to brushes, I didn't know really like about all different types of brushes and stuff. So yeah, I bought two. And this brush, believe it or not, looked the same as this one when I got it. And I've had this one such a long time. And even though it's stained, it's in perfect nick. Like there's no shedding, there's no fraying, whereas this one went a bit wild. So yeah, so you know, it shows that when you invest in something a little higher end, it tends to look after you a little better. And I now have quite a few 228s, but these two are my original brushes that I've ever bought. And they're always in my kit forever. Even the poofy, crappy one, because it is good for buffing out stuff now, but it's no good for actual lid work. It's just far too raggedy. I'm going to go in with the shade Gigi, which is the burgundy. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a pile of mud. But I just want... No, it's doing well. There's a hair somewhere and it's badgering me. Where are you? Get out. So with future videos with me and Missa, is there anything you guys would like to see? In particular, you want to see us doing or trying, makeup-wise? Also, this is one of those looks that's going to look really messy and crazy until it's not anymore. So we've got to trust the process. But because I'm tired, I just wanted to do something really like moody and sassy looking. That's the vibe today. Makeup on stilts, upside down makeup. If you can provide the stilts, James, sure. Makeup with a live bat tied to your head. Isn't that babe? That's animal cruelty, okay? That's breaking some laws there. Pro wrestling makeup. That's generally just a very long wearing glam, unless you're talking about the full on face paint like Jeff Hardy. Oh, so warm. If I had a fan here, like a quiet fan, that would probably bother me less. I love the heat. I just hate the whole not having any kind of break from it, like no breeze. Right, let's see how this is looking so far. I'm gonna diffuse it some more. Oh, thank you for sneaking in. Hope you don't get in any trouble for that. So really inspired by Dali or Picasso. That might be pretty cool. Not against that. Definitely think Elaine is the one for a good face paint session, though. That's her jam for sure. Now I can do one of two things. Let's see, let's have a nose. I'm just seeing kind of tone I should blend this out with. Maybe even this or a peach might be ideal. I'm just filming but watching! Ooh. Okay, so do you want me to blend it out with a slightly cooler tone beige or with a peach? Both would work here. So these two. Peach. Cooler tone. Oh, oh. Do Marvel makeup. I think me and Missa want to do a Marvel makeup thing at some point. Peach. Oh, okay. There's more votes for Peach. Looks like Peach. Peach is the winner. And it's literally called Peach Out, which I really like in this palette. If you need like a one-stop shop for neutrals, this is awesome. It just performs. Like it's just a very trusty palette. It's what you'd expect from Be Perfect quality too, which is good. Like it's reliable. Also, this look is kind of like simple, like it's not difficult. There's not a lot of precision needed. Like it's a little bit messy, it's a little bit moody, it's a little bit cute. And once it's all blended out and cut out, it will look really nice. I always want what never gets chosen, and what's oh yeah, with the options. I think peach though is the better option today purely because of the pigment I want to use. It'll make it pop a little more. It's a good shout still. I want to intensify that cranberry tone. So I might jump into my Mercury retrograde and use that sort of plummier cranberry tone in there. That one. See if I can intensify what's going on with another 228 because I have a bunch of them. Just add that over the top and smoke it in. Yeah, that's looking nice now. Starting to get a little more structure now. I'm a little rebel on the YouTube choosers. Also, if you've got the money to splurge and you've ever thought about getting the Mercury retrograde, don't even think about it. Just buy it because it is beautiful. And I'm going into the slightly deeper peach on the Mercury retrograde as well, reinforcing the tones. Just letting it go into the brow, letting it all be its own smoky goodness. I know the dupe's pretty good. I didn't buy it because I have the original, but I've seen it. It's in my B&M quite often, so and the wonderful thing to do after you've done a blend like this, which is why it's easy to make a mess, is you just get a wipe or some form of makeup remover and just tidy up the edges. And it just creates a nice kind of smoke. And I'm wondering if, yeah, need to wondering if I should keep it a little more rounded and within the brow, or if I should extend it past the brow bit. I'm thinking of extending it slightly just because it's so smoky. And I'm gonna go in with that same peach tone and mix it with a little cream just to give it a little bit of a mix. So these two. Just extend that shade and it just adds a bit of lightness there as well. Just extend it up a little bit just to give it a little more on. So it doesn't close up the eye. So things are just falling over, so casual chaos. That's so cute. And it's like a simple look. It's like a bit of a go-to, but because of the fun color combinations you can do, it's quite a flexible quite a flexible look to do. And I know Missa does her black smoky eyes all the time, and I kind of wanted to do like a little bit of my own version, but add a little more me into it. You'll have to send me the look, Matty. This cream shade really blends these out quite nicely. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of lid work before I go in with some lashes, and then should we smoke it out dead heavy underneath as well and put on a proper fluffy set of lashes. Excited to use this pigment. That would look so good, especially on top of the black. I might reinforce the black a little more actually before I go in with the glitter, just to really add like darkness underneath. Really reinforce the smoke. Yeah, I love that. Oh, this is cute. I love these kinds of tones. Mm. I'll add a little more burgundy again as well. Oh, actually, I'll add a little bit of this red tone from the nebula. I think it kind of needs a bit more cranberry in there. Just smoke that in very lightly over the top so it doesn't change the color too much. It just adds. Just reinforcing everything, essentially. This palette's so bloody good! Angie, you killed this palette. Why did you get self-conscious, Susie? I bet it looked bomb. You should post it anyway. Basic and natural glossy skin. I love that kind of stuff. Never mad at that. Just blending this peach out again a little more. Now, where is my favorite glitter glue? Right here. I am a trained MUA. Qualified. Also, thank you. Oh, Nebula is year like palette of the year for me. It's also getting a little bit beat up, but just sad that it was a limited edition palette because I think it's one I would buy a backup of because once that runs out, I will genuinely be sad. I'm gonna do. My nails are quite long at the minute, so I might use a brush to put the primer on, which I don't normally do, but it will work for this. What I do is I stick the primer on a brush, and I like it tacky. I don't like a lot on, so I'm literally just gonna tap the glitter primer on like this to the point where you can't even see it. It will still do its job. So you don't want too much on, you don't want it interfering with your shadow. And now I'm going to get a really fluffy, round-headed sort of brush, just so when it picks up product, it spreads around the brush rather than being like a flatter clump of color. And I'm literally going to go into the lid because I don't want too much. I'm just going to create a little nebula on my eyelids with it. Oh, this is so pretty. I need to go grab my smaller ring light at some point so you guys can see this. But it's so shimmery, it's simple, adds a little pizzazz. I've promised Mister for a while I'll do my own version of a black smoky eye. So basically we're going to repeat it on the other eye. It's a cosmic peach look. Thank you. My first time using this glitter too. Really like it. So again, there's not that much on the brush. Like almost hardly anything, but I still feel it going on the lid. It's not interfering with the color. It's just creating a light film to which the glitter can stick to. back into the lid. Just tap it on. And I'm going in very gently. I'm literally going like I'm just tapping this baby on like super gently, working it only slightly into the crease so it blends a little bit into the colour, but not too much because we want it predominantly on the black. I hope Sahil's doing all right. This is cute. Just gonna grab my wipe. I'm gonna clean a bit up. Also, the joys of looks like this. Wings look nice, but you don't need a wing with this, just a really fluffy set of lashes. And it still gives you definition, especially since I cut it here. It's like a wing without needing to draw a wing. The smokes in the eyeshadow kind of do the work for you. Cool. Yeah, I know you said it's been a little longer. Hopefully, you haven't got long to go left before you can. Also, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my little baby ring light because I want you to see these glitters. I think they're very pretty. Excuse the door. It's the noisiest door you'll ever hit. Pump that down while I come back in. I've also realized one side is uneven to the other, so I'm just gonna, yeah, it's this side I need to get rid of a little bit of that, but oh, you can see it here too. If I go, there we go. And it's like really deep, but also kind of soft. And it's like it's a bit of a date look almost, like if you're going somewhere nice or going out for drinks and then towards the night it'll just sparkle. I love looks like this. There's just a really nice simplicity to them. Thank you, Susie. And it's dead simple too. Okay, let me fix my eyeballs. Yeah, that side goes a little more up, so I just need to remove some here. That's fine, because that can smoke it out quite heavy underneath, so it will still look quite wearing. But if anything, it just gives my eyes a little more lift. I am not mad. Not mad at the situation. Yeah, this is cute. Thank you, Amanda. Should we make it more extra or keep it simple? Because I also have my Nabla press glitter, which is one of my all-time favorites. And it's just this wet looking gorgeousness. And I'm wondering if I should put, oh, get that right there. I'll put a little bit of that in the middle as well. I will use the goodies as soon as they arrive, Matty. I haven't had any post yet, but I'll be honest, the Royal Mail here are not that great. I'm lucky if I get post once a week where I live. So if I do, it'll probably just be like a bundle of letters and things. So don't worry, I don't think it's gone anywhere. It's just gonna take a bit of time. Okay, so we're going extra. I can't wait to use the water on now. It looks so nice. I could do a look like this with it, couldn't I? Work some of the glitter on. Oh, it's just added a rainbow to my eyeballs. I love this. Miss Ambring, I know you're not the biggest fan of pressed glitter, but you can play with this. Excuse that. I've already took my meds. I have alarms for my medication, or I just like can't human. Ooh. Now this is a smoky eye. Like as much as I love being like, I mean, this is extra, but as much as I love being like really extravagant with my makeup, when I do stuff like this, it just makes me happy. Trying to find a little brush. So I just want to add a little more cranberry just right in the crease. Don't want to add too much though, because I don't want to, I don't know who remembers Jenna Marbles, but I definitely have what she has, which is the too much gene. As long as you know the press glitters you're using, Amanda, are eye safe and by a reputable brand, no reason why you shouldn't enjoy them. Just don't buy anything cheap and off brand, or make sure whatever indie brand you're supporting states that they're using cosmetic safe, eye safe glitter. Because quite often they'll sell pressed glitters and don't, or they'll put a little thing saying not for intended use around the eyes, which you could still potentially use them, but if you're nervous around glitters, that's your best route because then you know that they are eye safe. And obviously the Nabla ones are. That also what I love about them is they're very fine. I mean, there are a couple of like chunkier glitters in this, but what I really love, the reason why I love this glitter so much, because usually pressed glitters take are quite difficult to swatch and press into the skin. Usually when you swatch them, they go chunk and then empty, like, and then you still have loads left on your finger. With this, when I swatch it, it all comes off, and it pretty much all comes off my finger as well. So once I apply them, they just apply and they stay on really nice. They're not too emollient, have a good amount of stick, and have very nice coverage for like a finer glitter. So I really enjoy them. I also really like ColourPop glitters. I just think they've got a really nice sort of iridescent vibe. I've done glitters for a while. Would you let me do a look like this on you, Teresa? Because you don't need a big wing. You could wear this for glasses, and I'll highlight the craps out your inner corners. Nabla's amazing. I will do another Z palette video one day, and I did it a little while back where I talked about what's in my Z palettes, and I pretty much own almost every Nabla single, and I actually have a few in my current Z palette because I have gigantic Z palettes, and every 2 or 3 weeks I interchange them and create a new palette. The only ones that don't move are my yellow and my noir, and I switch these out. But at the minute, I've got a few Nablas in my brain just stopped working there. So it's that one, that one, that one, that one, and the blue. I've got way more than that, but I just wanted to use them again, and These are the kind of neutrals I tend to go for on a day when I don't need a lot. So they're always there. And also Cobweb is new, so I have to include him. Because my God, it's shiny. Might use it in the inner corners, we shall see. But I'll show you the Nabla singles I have here that are in the pan. Because we all love a swatch party. But this one is Alchemy. You also have an Alchemy 2.0, one of the Nabla cuties. Been down London nearly a year and I just want to show. Oh man, please do like. I know you've been getting into lives. I'd love a haul video or like a little haul live where you show us what you've bought, like a little show and tell. Ah, I love makeup nonsense bingo. I'm just watching these and then I'll show you them because they are banging. Oh, get in there, sir. Misso will go nuts for this. I'm telling you now. Yeah. So we've got New Haven, Absinthe, Selfish. It's either caramel or camel. Camel something? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Caramel. I was right. Yeah, it's caramel and paprika. And oh God, this bloody camera. Like, I wish you could see the shift because this is gorgeous. It's got like a darker base and it kind of shifts from green to purple. Also, this blue is incredible. Like, it's just such a unique shade. Oh, and the pans are massive. Like, you get a lot of product. And not only that, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've had these eyeshadows a good couple of years now, and they still perform like this. Just saying. They're built for longevity, they're built for quality in mind. Because, building Z palettes and stuff take time. And I can't fault Nabla quality. I'll be honest, I've never actually owned a Nabla palette. I've got the glitter palette there, but I've never owned a Nabla palette. I've always just bought the singles. So I can speak for the singles. But I do want a Nabla palette at some point. I've wanted all the cuties for quite a while, the little ones. Just every time I mean to get them, I'm either I'm either broke or they don't have them in stock. So it's just like, oh, I keep missing out. But one day I'll have them, and I want all of them, including the new ones, because my God, they're gorgeous. I know Teresa's bought them. There's a point with the blue matte from the Midnight palette. Is it patchy, Teresa? And tell me what primer you use on your eyeballs. I'll see if I can help with that because blues can be hard to work with. I need to decide what lashes I'm wearing. Super patchy and difficult to build up using the Be Perfect eye primer. I've got the Be Perfect eye primer. It's quite close to P. Louise, but a touch stiffer. If you have very hard pressed in the pan. Oh, that's annoying. I was gonna say try a really stiff primer like a MAC paint pot or even a concealer stick if you have one. Because before I could ever afford MAC paint pots, I used to use those thick concealer sticks on my eyes and then blend them out because they have quite a similar effect where they're a little more drying. So better for like oilier lids and for really matte formulas that tend to go patchy because they absorb hydration. So that's what I like to do. A Nabla highlighters. Oh, they look so good, don't they? Oh wait, no, I have a Nabla blush as well. I forgot about that. I love my Nabla blush. I used it with concealer too. It didn't work well. I meant like a really not a liquid concealer or a pot concealer, like a stick. Like legit, it has to be like dry. just a bad mat. That's fair. Sometimes blues be like that. They are hard to make. I really want a fluffy pair of lashes, and I'm either tempted by the ones I wore the other day, or let's see what I've got in this bad boy. Ooh, don't want to knock my tablet off there, so I might go with a bit of an extra lash, see how I'm feeling. Ooh, maybe even my slays. We will see, we will see. They're quite fluffy. All the rest of the shades are great, so I'm not angry. That's fair. I bet these lashes will look good. I'm just going to quickly have a nosy. Maybe not. I don't know. I want a bit of a more extra lash though. Something a little bit fluffy with a bit of curl. Oh, where did you go? Oh, on my boob. Thank you, boob, for rescuing my lash. Oh, thank you, Matty. Much appreciated. I can't wait to wear them. Oh, it's so warm. Like, I have these, but again, there might be two extra. But is there such a thing? Can I get away with it? Sir! Ah, he can stay there. That's a future Daniela problem. Yeah, too much. I want something with lots of fluff and lots of lift, and with these kind of looks, because they're not as out, I need something a little less, little less likely to droop. But I still want fluff, so it's just finding the balance. The ones in this box, because I just had a box here, didn't I? The fluffy pair in. Or did I just lose it? No, I didn't. They're here. See, these are pretty, but a little bit small. See, they're nice, but they don't add a lot. It's just got to be something in between. Finding lashes is always the bane of my life when I'm trying to put the look together. Yeah, like I need to get rid of some and put them in the lash graveyard because just a bit loved now. Those are nice, but they're also tiny. Where did I put the pair that I wore yesterday? Because they would be nice. Just can't remember where I put them. I'm not helping myself here. Got up, took my lashes off. Yeah, yeah, definitely not these. These are like a drag lash. I'm gonna go find those lashes. I have lashes which I've promised to wash them, but they're still going strong. Honestly, I feel you. When you have a favorite pair and they just sit right and you don't want to ruin them, it's just a pick the glue off situation until they die. I have found them. Yeah, I think I have. The ones here. Let's see. Bet these will be perfect. It's emotionally difficult getting rid of her. Yeah, I literally host like a tiny, like I used to ring my friend and would host a tiny like lash funeral. I'd be like, goodbye, friend. You've served me well. There we go. See? Bit of fluff, bit of lift, bit of length. We all know a bit of length is a good thing. Oh. I'm so glad I put that glitter on top as well. It's just cute. I need a new lash glue. Got excited because I checked my bank this morning and I thought I had extra cash and then remembered that it's cash that I put aside for a couple of bills. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna treat myself. No, wait, I can't. Adulting sucks. I refuse to bid a pair of £10 tatty lashes. I feel you. And I agree. Oh, wait. Now I've lost my glue. I'm sorry, guys. I am clearly professional today. Bet you. Oh, no, it's here. I got it. I got it. I got it. I'm going to glue these and then do my mascara. And then have it. Oh, God, I'm dizzy. I'm going to have a drink in a second. It's just so warm. It's just like, ooh. Thickness myself. I mean, this for both lashes and penises. So, Teresa's a girth queen. I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite pairs that I wore were called Cosmic Pegasus by Unicorn Cosmetics, and I'm sure I wore those for over a year. And the only reason why I stopped was because I lost one of them. You'd rather have a Coke can than a pencil? I don't know. Someone got this out of their pants. Like, I'd be a little bit terrified. I might add a twist to the smoky eye. Debating putting a neon in the inner corners, not sure what color yet. Or like a white with a proper shimmer on top. We'll see. But I might like do the underneath first and then just work in like a proper bright middle. Or I could do the inner corner wing like I normally do and keep it really dark and smoky. You know, will work both ways. I also brought a foundation I haven't used in a while because I missed using it because I know that I use a lot of bougie stuff, so I brought a drugstore foundation, which is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Fresh Wear, which is my favorite affordable foundation on planet Earth. I need a new mascara as well. It's not out of date, it's my favorite mascara, but it dries up quite fast. If you find a man who has a kind of monster going on down there, don't let him go. What about those extra size monsters and like the rock stars that are like even bigger? What would you call those? My man's got candy. I'm just thinking like how would someone describe it to someone else? Should be going on this side. I was thinking it didn't look right. Candic. Just like I was just trying to think of how to describe it. My brain's just like just imagining just sharing a glass of wine with the girls because you know girls gossip. Who doesn't? And talk about sex lives, and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, he like this, he does this," and some girl pipes up. She's like, "My man got a candic, and he can do me anytime." Just the idea of that is just quite funny to me. The reason why I limped, that just gave me like um um white chicks with Terry Crews, and he's like, "You're gonna be in a wheelchair." Oh no. The reason why I limp, a memoir by Teresa. I'm saying that. James, don't worry. I won't tell our secrets on alive. Just know he keeps me very happy. That's all you need to know. Why is this lash so? I think whatever I rested it on when I put it away, it affected the C band, so the inner corners are pointing a lot more down than they normally do. So trying to get it to adhere to my actual lash line rather than pointing downwards, just taking a little bit of work, but I'm getting there. So it looks like this is the best I'm gonna get for now. And then once I line it and everything else, it should help the situation. That is a sexy face I'm pulling. And Teresa, I would genuinely pay you if you made that your title of your biography, please. Okay, thanks, bye. Of course, I'm gonna catfish my tan as usual. The only problem is, obviously, I'm all open, so I don't know. Actually, this is paler than what I normally go for. What I normally use is this one, so uh, that one. So it's yeah. This one is linen. Linen. Of course, the one I'm writing, it will be very confusing. I'll change the book title. Please do. Missa, how's filming going? Well, and also because I'm using a drugstore foundation, you're all open. I'm going to use a drugstore primer, and this is one of my favorites. If any of you like the Hangover Primer by Too Faced, this is one of my favorites, and it contains no mineral oils, no parabens, and no silicons, which I'm quite big on. So it's the Skin Loving Sensitive Primer by Essence. And I'll be honest, their entire Skin Loving range is extremely underrated. And if any of you here have really sensitive skin, this is great. This is really, really great. And it performs really well. It performs with all my high end stuff, and it, like I say, it rivals this. It's maybe a little thicker, but that doesn't bother me. Just gonna use my mirror while I massage it into my face. Also, a tip for oily skin. Like I tend to get oily skin, but I'm not bothered about massaging primer into my face. But if you don't want the oils off your fingers to touch your face, use like an old school foundation brush like you can even get from the pound shop to apply your primer with, and that way your fingers are not touching your face. And you can work it into the pores with that kind of brush because it's flatter and a little more dense. So, it'll work it in. It will not be too fluffy, and you can kind of press it into your nose pores too and into the side crevices because it's also thin enough to get into those harder to get areas. So that's a nice little tip. I'm just using a little bit. Actually, you know what? That's not terrible. My chest is paler, but like, you know what? Like, I'll be quite honest, most people's faces are darker than their chests. Unless you're out in the sun all the time, catching all the light here, your face is usually going to be darker. So, if I want to get pictures, I'll just chuck a bit of fake tan on here. It takes 2 seconds. It's not a big deal. But as opposed to a face match, as you can see, it's pretty good and it cancels out my redness. Because I'm olive undertoned, but I'm prone to redness because my skin is I have PCOS and I have to dermaplane a lot, pluck a lot, and get rid of a lot of I have to exfoliate literally every other day because my skin likes to have a fit. So you know I'm quite I'm quite particular when it comes to it. Match your foundation to your boobs. Well, actually, when people skin match, so many people make the mistake of matching their hands, not their face. When you want to do a foundation swatch, which is why you take home a sample rather than try it in store, people go, oh, they put it on here and go, that won't match. Your hand is not the same color as your face. Also, look how yellow I am. I'm literally a Simpson. So when people don't believe me that I'm olive, look how yellow I am there. But yeah. So you meant to match it here and then see if it oxidizes and if it blends into your neck. And for those that are working on pro, like working pro quite often, if you want to match everything up, this is where it gets confusing. You want to match your face to their neck. So if they're wearing an outfit, you want to make sure that their face matches their neck so there's no obvious lines. But if you're doing it on yourself, you can work with it and add color where you need it. Also, how nice is this foundation? Every time I use it, I'm like, why don't I use you more? Like my skin still looks like skin. It's got a decent amount of coverage, a little bit of glow, but not too much. And even on oilier skin, it sits really nice. Um, I'll have to talk about my favorite foundations and why I use them as well on another live or a video. Because I've legit tested everything and I can't wait to do Teresa's and Mrs. Base with my favorites because I know it's gonna change the world. Like not to sound cocky, but I've worked on enough people to know what works and how to work it. Hi, Anne Marie. Nice to see you join. You'll be pleased to see, Anne Marie, that my hair's long enough now that the pineapples come back. The messy bun. Like, even though it kind of looks crazy, it kind of brings me a lot of joy that I can just stick it on the top of my head again. Because I'm only so with base. Well, while I'm there, Teresa, I'll give you as many pointers as I can so you can up your game even more because your face is beautiful. Yeah, just blend it down gently. What is going on here? See, this is where my skin's being problematic. I have to pluck all the way down here. I mean, I'm being open. I get a lot of hair growth. I mean, it's part of PCOS. It's unfortunate, but I have to deal with it. I can't afford I can't afford skin lasering or like, hair removal like that. So I have to do it all myself. Oh, thank you, Anne Marie. I wanted to do this has been asking me for ages to do my own version of a smoke like a black smoky eye. So this one's mine. And this is what I like to do. So yeah. It was either going to be like a chocolatey brown or like a cranberry tone, and I think cranberry tones are just a little bit more me. But yeah, my skin's just being a little bit arsey here, but it's fine. It's not gonna ruin my day. It's just if it looks a little patchy from far away, that's why. I need to pluck a whole bunch here, so they're a little bit textured. Also, a really good pro tip is to get a foundation, not only to match your tone or your tan tone, but get one 2 shades lighter because I haven't bought a concealer in years. I don't buy concealers. All I do is buy a foundation in my regular shade and then my tan shade. So I have this one and this one, for example. So obviously, not only are they kit pieces, but I'll imagine I'll go in with this because this is when I'm tan. This is what I wear, and then I'll use this under the eyes. And because it's the same formula, you don't have to worry about them not playing ball. Everything blends. You're all early birds. It's 2:30 over here, Lisa. I would love you to do that on me. I'd love to do this on you, Anne-Marie. Just you wait till I smoke it out too. It's just going to be all. I didn't bring my lighter one of these here, so I could go grab it, or I could just go in with my Dior. So, actually, I might go grab it because this leans a little bit peach. So I might grab the more paler vanilla tone for under the eyes and just show you how well they blend into each other. But this is without me even powdering. And if you want to build it up, you can. And yeah, it's one of my favorites. And what is it, a tenner a bottle? Sometimes less. You can get it quite cheap on Amazon. It's also a really good one to wear in the summer because it's very light. And my favorite kind of foundation is one you can't feel that you're wearing. And I love to wear makeup, and summer's hard for that because you end up sweating everything off or feeling too heavy. Whereas if I'm using something that lets my skin breathe, it looks good, feels good, stays on longer. I mean, that's a win in my eyes. I'm just gonna go grab my foundation. I just looked at myself in natural light there, and I've matched myself fine. Like it's more obvious here, but when I take the camera off later, it's way less obvious. Yeah, I like light makeup. So yeah, I've got the lighter one. I do need another one though. Yeah, hold up. There we go. Ooh. Just gonna put a bit on my palette. I have to open it now because I need another one of these. That's how much I use them. So what I like to do with concealer, what I've really been enjoying lately, is taking a really fluffy blending brush, like very fluffy, very light, very flexible. And you see how little I'm using my Mercury Retrograde as a mixing palette. But I literally coat the brush lightly, so not a lot. And because like you're using, like I said, the same formula, they'll blend into each other easily. And I just buff that in and lighten it. And the thing is, less is definitely more. I'm still getting a brighter under eye. There's an Estee Lauder Extreme Double Wear. Jesus. I'd save that for like winter time when your skin needs the hydration. But yeah, I like to work the lighter shade in like this, just very lightly, to the point where it's almost nothing on, but there's still a visible difference. Because people think that when you have to conceal, you have to like pile it on, when in reality, that's not the case. It's about finding the right tone. And like I said, another reason why I really like these foundations, both the L'Oreal and my Dior's, is because they're both gel slash water based. So they don't feel like they're anything on, and they're dead thin but full of coverage. So like your skin still shines through them unless you really want to build them up, but then they don't create like a level of cake, which I'm not a fan of cakey makeup at all. I'll do it for more extreme looks, like when I did that Galaxy full face. Like I mean, I used my Smashbox Studio foundation for that, and that was thick. Like my face was like, because I felt like I couldn't move it, but it did the job. Like if it's important to the job you're doing, then fair enough. But if it's not necessary, then less is always more. Just go and add a little bit more. I also have the Glowish. That was the one I wore yesterday. It's really nice. I spent about 20 minutes cleaning a pair of lashes rather than editing. But how much better do your lashes look, Teresa? Do you feel better? Are you happy when you look at them now? You can also even stamp it on. And I'll show you another brush that I really like using concealer with, actually. And I got it recently from TK Maxx, and it's a Zoeva brush. So thank you for Teresa for telling me there were Zoeva brushes in TK Maxx, because that made my week at the time. But, oh God, hiccups again. My little thing. I want to find it now. When you have over 300 brushes, this becomes a bit of a task. So, how do you get the glue off lashes? You can wash it off, or what I do, because I'm quite cheap and lazy, pick it off. I just peel mine away, wipe them down. I don't want to wash lashes too much, because I think like if you go in too heavy with them and don't dry them properly, they kind of lose their shape. Where have I put you? I really want to show this brush off because it's beautiful. Oh God, typical Daniela problems, losing stuff constantly. I have 8 pots full of brushes. What's new? Are you in here? Yep, there you are. This one I wanted to show off is the Rose Golden in 114. And I really like this one for under eye concealing too. And look at it. It's like a fluffier foundation brush, but it's so soft. It's super nice. I also keep this one, and there's one other one that I like to keep in my bag if I wear powder foundation, because you guys know I love powder foundation. I really like these two. This one's the Real Techniques 208, because it's like a little denser than a regular foundation brush, as you can see. It's almost a little dome, so it's also got like a fluff factor to it. So I like these for cream, and I like these for powder. And if I want to like just tap that on and work it on other people too, you could even use this for highlighting. So if you needed like a kit brush that could do a lot of jobs, definitely I want to get another one of these at some point. There you go. Micellar water is also a good one. Thank you, Susie. This brush that I'm using at the minute, Anne-Marie, is the Jessup MUL09. I think Missa also has the set. This was the Jessup set I told her to buy because it's really good. If anyone wants links to anything at the end, just let me know. I'm going to go in with one of my favorite powders. I'd usually use my Hourglass, but I've only got a little pot, so I'm going to use my second favorite, which is the Born This Way powder. Really like this powder, and I'm fussy with powders because I don't like anything heavy. This one sets nice, but isn't thick. And I would say it's also a true translucent. I don't like. I know people like powders with brightness and things in them, but I'm not a fan of that. I like a true translucent powder, just for me personally, because I don't like once I put a certain base down, I don't want it interfered with. Like if I want a lighter under eye, I'll use a lighter concealer. Oh, this bush, so fluffy. I will send you a link to those, Anne-Marie. They're very cheap as well. You're not breaking the bank with those. This powder isn't the cheapest, but when I had a tenner off on Beauty Bay, I had to nab it. And you get a lot of product for your money. I mean, you get a big old pot of 17 grams. It's like massive. So this will last me a good while. I also used to use tons of powder and not so much now, so it'll probably last me even longer. I used to like really go heavy with the powder, but I figured out a way of doing it now without having to go too heavy with it. They're not the new Jess ups. I've had these for a couple of months now, but you can get them all as a big set with the face and the eye, or you can get the separate set for the eyes, and it's like $7.99 for the set and about 20 something pounds for the set for the face and the eyes. But this is one of them. I think it's super duper nice. And as you can see, it's quite. I like the word. I like to use weird made up words, but I would call this a boofy brush. It's just boof, fluff. It's and in more technical terms, it's not too dense, but it's dense enough to pick up a nice amount of powder. It's domed, very fluffy, and has really nice flexibility in it, so I can just flatten it if I need to. And I'm putting barely any pressure, so when I'm putting powder on, it doesn't interfere with the base, and it blends when I use a lighter hand. So I really like it. If I could get a smaller one of this, it would be great for bronzing too. There is one that's similar that is part of actually this set, and I'm going to use that for bronzing today, which is this one. So that comes in the set too. And it's also kind of that kind of look at that. How nice is that? And they are the correct price point for a synthetic brush set. Like I like the Mitchell brushes, but the fact he released another 8 brushes and with a bag it's 80 quid. I'm like, how? Why? Like the brushes aren't bad. I do use mine, but they are synthetic brushes and they don't keep their shape. They're kind of like the Morphes where even when you look after them, they kind of lose their shape a bit. So, like even the face ones, like they're okay. Like about 6, 7 out of 10. But they're not worth £70 a set for synthetic brushes. Hi Kerry. He's a cheeky fucker. I've got mixed feelings on him because obviously the story, Teresa, where they gave me a free palette when I pulled them on an issue, and they were really nice to me about it. But like because I got really good customer service, and I like the color stories he creates. I genuinely don't think he's creating a company with just like mass profit in mind. I quite often think, like, I'm not saying he's not at fault, but I do definitely think pay big money for all these natural hairbrushes that are supposed to be amazing. If I had the money, honestly, Lisa, yes, I would. The most expensive brushes I own are my Sigmas and Zoevas. So I've never gone bougie, but a pair of Sonia Kashuk brushes or some Wayne Goss brushes, I would go wild for if I ever have the money for those one day. Because I know for a fact that everyone that's owned one of these brushes has said like they'll look after you. You can buy them and use them for the next 20 years, which I really like. Not cheap in the slightest, but definitely more of an investment set. And there are some that I have in my saved list that once I have the money to get them, I will. And I'll talk about brushes one day too, because there's a huge difference in how. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do every look with a synthetic brush set, because there's a lot of people that don't use animal hair brushes, and that's fair enough. As an MUA who, uses what works, which is how I use makeup. I use what works for me. There is a big difference in synthetic bristles and in animal hair bristles, even on a microscopic level. For example, like the synthetic brush, very smooth, very soft. And because it's synthetic on a microscopic level, it's not a porous hair. So basically, if you're picking up like powder on this, don't expect to pack much on. It's better for blending than for packing because the hair follicles themselves are smooth. Whereas with a natural hairbrush or like a mixed hairbrush like this, you can even see the difference. It will pick up more product and be quite coarse with the blending as opposed to something very smooth and synthetic. So yeah, there's definitely differences in how they apply and things like that. I mean, I don't know if that was boring or interesting, but I find it interesting. And for me, learning about how these brushes work and using them with those jobs in mind makes makeup a lot more versatile. Natural hair technology. So they've managed to create a synthetic brush set that has more porous follicles. If that exists, I'm intrigued. I will say that. You'll have to send me a link. I do want to see how they made that a reality because that's not something I've heard of, and it's definitely piqued my interest. I'm just trying to find my bronzer. I lose everything every 5 minutes. It's just typical Daniela fashion. If you come to my live, expect me to look for something for at least 5 minutes. it's just how it is. Oh my god. Wayne Goss brush looks so good though. Also his makeup, even though it's a bit on the plain side, his products are meant to be super duper nice. So I'm definitely down to try them one day. I don't think there's ever anything wrong with enjoying basic things, especially if they end up becoming your staples. I can't have 5 minutes where I'm not losing a product. God damn it. Give me a minute. Welcome to Daniela's ASMR. Noise, 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 noise. Ooh, that's a pretty brush. I might use that. Table. I found you. You're not skipping me for long. What is the tagline for his new mascara? Make that collab with Jordan Liberty. Ooh, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Now I'm curling with an clean. That's what I was saying earlier. Like I don't like washing my lashes because I find that they change in shape. And I think lash curlers don't curl for that long unless you use like heated ones. Usually I use a different brush for my bronzer. My favorite brush normally is this guy, which is actually a blush brush from Kiko. And this one's a vegan brush. This is a very good brush. So if you want a good bronzing brush, it is this one. Can't remember the number because it's rubbed off, but if anyone wants it, I'll stick a link in at some point. It is always sold out at the stores as well, but it just performs. But I'm trying to use a smaller brush at the minute just to see if it ups my game at all. But the application stays the same. Mascara hasn't been naked in 20 years and it hasn't been formulated by angels. Oh, that sounds like Wayne. Oh, thank you. I've got a baby pink one too. It's from Shein. I've kind of got a bit obsessed with their clothes. And I'm trying to be more confident in what I wear because I'm a 14 to 16, and I promise you, 1 year ago, I would have not worn this, not even on camera, nowhere. I would have just like looked at it, felt sorry for myself, and moved on and bought something baggy. And mind my French, but I'm just like, fuck it. I want to wear what I want. I want to be comfortable and I want to be happy. And if I'm doing this YouTube thing, and I'm representing, I've got to, make peace of myself first. So at the minute, I'm like buying things that bring me joy. And it makes me happy that now I'm just like add to cart without thinking, oh, will it make my rolls look big? Will it make this look big? Like, so fuck. And yeah, okay, you can tell I haven't used this brush before because I've got to work with it a little more here. Bet you if I go in with this, it'll smooth it right out. Of course it does. That's why it's my favorite. Also, possibly think with the way it's sticking that I might need some more setting spray, especially on the forehead area. That's why I spray in between applications because I find that it makes my face products blend better. I'll use the shake and glue because something with a little more moisture in might make me look a little better. Ah, see, I haven't shown Missa the leather trousers yet, but she's recently bought a beautiful leather skirt. And when we go on our night out on the town, when I'm down, I'm debating either bringing a skirt down or wearing the trousers with some high tops and making it look really cute with it, like a cute, like boobylicious top. We will see. Maybe get my hair down and curled. We will see. Because no one's seen me dressed up yet, have they? Let me tell you, I go hard. Surprise people. And I actually love me a good midi skirt. Like I know not a lot of people are fans of the Kardashians, but I do look to like, even though I'm a plus size girl, I look to like Kim K for clothes and spo because she's short, bigger hips, broader shoulders, with a smaller waist, and that's me. Even with a few extra pounds, like I have that kind of shape and a big butt. So, she's why I buy like cycle shorts and midi length skirts and midi length dresses and sort of off the shoulder stuff and stuff that comes in like this. Yeah, I'm assuming that once you get to your target weight, you can work your wardrobe around that because I'm assuming buying clothes when they don't fit you in 6 months' time is just going to be a waste of money. So that makes sense. That's a sensible thing. Oh, mini skirt. I bet you suit mini skirt. You look like you're quite tall, Lisa. I'm quite short, but I like a midi skirt, so it's just past the knee and it makes my hips go, and I have it a higher waist, so it like extends my leg shape. Well, that means, Teresa, that you should spoil yourself a bit. Also, me and Miss are talking about doing some charity shop hauls in Edinburgh. So why don't we all find like something cute to go out in, or match it with something we've got in the charity shops? See what we can find. See if you can find something hot for yourself. And that way, we're also keeping it budget friendly, aiding the environment because I know Miss is all about that. And it's an excuse to just get new cute stuff. I really like H&M, but I have fallen off them a little bit. I used to buy most of my clothes. If I would buy them brand new, I didn't used to buy online so much, and I have recently, obviously, because of lockdown and stuff. But I would do TK Maxx. So a lot of my clothes, my leggings, joggers, and stuff are from TK Maxx and H&M, and a little bit of Primark because I go to the men's section in Primark of all places because that's where I get all my nerdy tops. So when you see me with like my Mortal Kombat or Terminator shirt or my Biggie hoodie, that's all from the men's section at Primark because I really like the stuff they have there. And even Miss has been in before, because if you guys remember my sort of tie-dye MTV top, that was £10 at Primark and it's a licensed tee. So I quite like that. I just thought it was dead cute. I am going to use a smaller brush for here. This is something Jackie Einer taught in one of her videos. Is when you're bronzing slash contouring. I use a bronzer for this, but that's just because I like a warmer tone on myself. You blend it up and into the brow and then down the nose as well, and then really buff it, and it just sort of adds to the smoky look. Makes it look really, like really snatched, and sort of adds to the eye look. And because I extend it up and into my brows anyway, it works. I've went a little heavy on that side, but that's fine. I can buff that away. Just really soften it. And because you're using a really fluffy brush, it's just gonna do its thing. And then I'll just add some on my nose because I quite like a bronze nose. My Notorious B.I.G. and Wu-Tang crop tops are from H&M. I've got a few bits from there back in the day that used to be like my favorite clothes. I just haven't in ages because every time I go in, even though I like Billie Eilish and all that stuff, like I wouldn't really wear her brand clothes or Justin Bieber. Like they don't really do a lot of like, because they used to do like Run DMC and Wu-Tang and NWA, and that's more my jam personally. As because that's the kind of music I like to listen to and stuff. Whew. Oh, that's so nice of you, Anne-Marie. I'm debating on buying the Skin Do. Just not sure how it will work with me because the only creamy skin products that I really like using are Colourpop and obviously the Fenty putty highlighters. But Kerry informed me that it doesn't annoy the base, so I'm kind of intrigued by that. It's something that I'm thinking of purchasing down the line. Plus, I think it would be nice for those no makeup days. Just going to switch to a Peaches and Cream PC24. And I'm going to use a pinkier tone blush today, or should I go with orange? I don't know. I think this is cute though. You're going to go see Billie Eilish. She's meant to be amazing live. I hope you enjoy. Please send me a swatch. I'd love to see it. Oh, there's me going in heavy with the blush as usual. Are you still there, Matty? How's your look doing? Or how's your hemming going? You might hear my chair squeaking in the background. I've gone quite heavy with the blush here. I forgot how pigmented that is. That's a Kiko blush. Not bad for a blush that's about £5. Right. It's actually quite a nice dupe to that almost paler Dior one. It's just got a little more punch to it. Which blush would you like, Daniela? Yes. I'd have that on a t-shirt or on a mug. I don't care. Like, I love blush. I think it's cute. I'm going to add more on my nose and stuff in a minute too. I like add and diffuse until I'm like happy with how it looks. Also, hay fever ruins makeup. Yeah, I keep forgetting that the image is mirrored, so I keep putting more on one side when I need it more on the other. Because cameras be like that. CT Glowgasm. You do need to stop, Anne-Marie. You're being naughty now. Like, unless you're gonna all put it all on at once, I mean, what are you gonna do? The forehead really needs a bit of work here. I think my forehead's just a little bit dry today, so if it looks a little patchy, that's why. Yeah, my scalp's a bit dry too. So it looks like I'm going to need a good face mask night. But I have worn makeup a few days in a row, so I think that it's just being a little bit arsey because of that, but it's fine. Once I put my highlighter on, those harsh lines will disappear, so that's fine. I'm gonna go in with my OG quad. I do my base and then I'll do my under eyes. So I'm gonna blend it downwards. I mean, I mix it up, so it just depends. Like I can talk. I've actually been really good. Okay, don't at me. Oh, there's just no joy like retail therapy is there when you go out to the shops. This highlighter makes everything better in life. Get the Dior quad. It's unreal. And I have issues with lots of texture and it doesn't pick any up. I've even used this on like when I say mature skin on like 70, 80-year-old nanas at weddings and it still looks beautiful. And it doesn't enhance texture at all, especially once you spray it down. It's just wet looking and effortless and beautiful and very loved, and I need to replace it. But I actually swirl in all four. I've just hit pan on a lighter one because when I used to work on paler clients, I would use that one more. But for me, oh no, this is the Dior quad. I use Artist Couture on top. You need to become a bougie babe. Oh no, this isn't done with the highlighter yet. I mean, you think I look dewy now? Wait until I'm done. Um, no, this is just like I have so many highlighters, and I always end up just going back to that. It's just so beautiful. Lisa, like they aren't like in regards to highlighters, most people go for a highlighter that has it you can really see. Like when I swatch these, they don't look like much. Look, they don't though. Like they're the kind of highlighter that you work into the skin and build. That's why it looks so glossy. Because when you use the appropriate brush, because for me personally, when I highlight it, even though I'm very wet looking, I get close and you can still see all my base underneath. And that's what I want. I don't mind a shift, but I don't like an undertone. I don't want a silver stripe on my face. Some people like that, and that's fine. It's all preferential. So, when you swatch these, no, they don't look like much, but it's about how they perform with a brush and what you can do with them. And you've seen me use these so many times, and they're flawless. If a bride needs a highlighter, all I use is this. You don't need Artist Couture, you don't need Fenty, just this, and it photographs so well. It like I can get right up close, and you can see it's like not going crazy with the texture. It just looks good. And because it's buildable, when when I want to up my highlight game and then add something on top like a topper. So, for example, the Dior or the Artist Couture or something maybe with a bit more undertone to it, and I'll place it right on the apples. The skin just looks super healthy and there's no stripe. Oh, the new Dior highlighters are nice too. They're just more pearlized. But I would go for these. The backstage, any of the backstage stuff is just beautiful. It is beautiful. I'm also going to use, because I'm on a little L'Oreal vibe at the minute, you can get these in TK Maxx for a couple of quid, and they're amazing. And I remember Tati talking about these back in the day, where they're the L'Oreal foil metal eyeshadows. And I use them as a highlighter because good load. This one I've hit pan on, but I think I have a backup. I hope I do. And if not, I'm gonna find one. But how long has this lasted? I've had this for about oh, it's a good question. I had it the year almost it will be coming up to 2.5, 3 years. I'm just gonna use this to make my cheeks a little sexier. And it has little tiny pink and blue sparkles in as well, which is kind of why I picked it because it will go nicely with the eye look, and it's still champagne-y as well. There you go. No artist couture needed today. I love it, but I'm trying to mix it up. I have so many, and I keep adding, and it's just like I should mix it up. Even though I just used the Dior again, but it was because it was here. I couldn't be asked to get up again. I'm going to smoke out my under eyes now, and while my base settles, but this is cute. And if you wanted it, if you have like smaller eyes and want it to look like this, you could just do mascara on the lower lash line and head out. But I want it really moody and smoky. So I am going to take it there because we're having fun. You do get 4 shades for that price, correct? So I'm just trying to find my base brush. There it is. Did someone say champagne? James, you're not allowed to get that stuck in my head now. Unless you come here and sing it in front of everyone. Actually, not just that. I'm gonna go in with soft ochre with the P. Louise. I should have just gone in with soft ochre, maybe. Ugh, that's fine. I'll fix that. There we go. Because I'm going in with deeper tones, I don't mind using a deeper primer. It's so warm. I am hot. Thank you, Amory. Teresa, no. James, you are now required to put a voice note in the cosmic chat of you singing this song, please. Considering you've just driven everybody mad with your nuisanceness. I love you for it. Oh, I can't wait to get the little ring light up again and show you everything once it's done. Also, should I do what Miss has said and do a little bleach brow moment, or should I keep them fluffy? James is just like, no. Just using my Max Smolder again because it's on hand. Gregory, just quickly YouTube on another tab, Champagne America's Got Talent. You will understand. And James can do a perfect rendition of Champagne singing and Simon Cowell. I used I used the Be Perfect Clientele palette and I used my Mercury Retrograde. So I used that and I used Noir by ABH because it's a staple. Everyone wants a fluffy brow. Sorry, Mister, no bleach brow today. I think it was X Factor. Okay, so American X Factor. Just trying to find the right brush. I don't want one too big or too small. This is perfect. Oh yeah, you've heard it, Anne Marie. That's a sexy face I'm pulling right now. Not dragging it in all the way yet because I don't know what I'm doing in the inner corners. So I'm smoking it out just here. And then I'm going to go in with the other colours and smoke it out a little more. Thank you, Gregory. Music related content from me. Yes! I'd love to hear about what you enjoy. And watch it, obviously. I just love your face in general, Gregory. You're genuinely one of the coolest people on this planet, in my opinion. You're also probably the most self aware 15, 16-year-old I've ever spoken to. Thank you, Jess. I'm happy you joined the group too. Always have time for you. Ooh, yeah. I agree, Anne Marie. You keep this up, Gregory. You'll be more famous than all of us. I'm telling you now. Not that that's even the aim of the game, but like, you're just a success story waiting to happen. We need to do a live together at some point too, Gregory. And I loved your live with Tess as well. It was so nice. I'll just drag this up a little bit here. here's Teresa with the tea. Why is she cancelled again? My under eye is a little messier than I wanted it to be, but it's fine. It's part of the vibe. I need to keep telling myself it will come together. I just went a little bit too far out here, but at the same time, from the front. Actually, no, you know what? I'm not mad at it. You're not gonna get my channel deleted. You can join me on StreamYard anytime. I don't think it will cause any problems. I'm quite confident in that, so don't stress. But I should also try doing an Instagram live. It's something I keep meaning to try out. I'm gonna go in with the burgundy out of this one too, just a bit more vavaroon. Yeah, layering these two is the jam. And then I'll diffuse it, and that's how I'll fix the issues around the edges, and that's just by adding that peachy tone and just going all the way around with it. Just diffusing it all. Yeah, that works nicely. Also, Anne Marie, I know you joined a little later, just so you know, James got accepted for his new job today. So I thought you might want to congratulate him on that. I love that. Hopefully, I didn't look like I was raging that time. I want a really glowy base for this look, so I'm going ham. So what are we going to do about the inner corners? Of course you can do a look where you follow me. And thank you. That's such a compliment. I love your looks too. Should I do glitter on the bottom lash line too, or just keep it up top? Because we could add another galaxy underneath. Have it like really smoky, sparkly, or just keep it up top and keep the bottom really like oomph. Let me know before I do my bottom mascara. I'm gonna have a drink. Mm. It just made me think so I'm going party at the top and party at the bottom. I am gonna leave it up, Lisa. Don't worry. And I hope you have a good sleep. I love you lots. Might just go in with straight up Nabla glitter on the bottom. Just so I'm not layering too many products there. So back in with my Nabla quad. Actually, I might need a brush for that purely because I have longer nails. And again, I'm going to use a fluffier brush. So something kind of packish, but also a little fluffy. So when I pick product up, it doesn't pick up too much. It's a lot more controllable. Night night, Lisa. Sweet dreams. Oh yeah, this works a treat. Yeah, I love that. I'll show you in a bit when I do the close up, but it is very pretty. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do in my inner corners. And I think because the all of this is very sparkly, I might do like a very light what matte in a corner. Maybe. I'm not sure yet, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. So these have their moments. Brilliant James, free popcorn. I like how everyone's just like, yeah, not like free movies, but like free food. That's the best part. This got there's 2 dents for this job. Let me have a little test. Yes, it is. Ooh, this might be better. Or my Morphe tiny baby brushes. Just put a little bit of MAC paint pot again. Just, I'm going to stamp some on the back of my hand so there's not too much. Just sort of. I love how versatile the MAC paint pots are. You could do this with peel-aways, but I'm telling you now, it would be far too much. Whereas this, you can really shear out and work with it. And then I'll add, but it just keeps it smoky as well. I'm only here for free food. You need that on a t-shirt too. Bringing it up a minute. Just in a bit as well. Zero of my video. Well, I'm happy that I'm giving you a good distraction, I guess. I hope you managed to get it sorted, though. I'm sure you will. Have you eaten yet today? Probably. I mean, the heat doesn't help here. I go in with. Trying to think of what I should go in with. I had to put the Norvina 5 in the bedroom, didn't I? Because the white in there would probably be ideal. Should I grab it and do a matte white in a corner, or should I do like a more smokier, peachier tone? Or should I really brighten it up? I'm leaning towards bright, but I'm not too sure. But I like the fact that if I keep it a little more matte just here, it's the side needs a little more in here, then the glitter on the lids just sort of can have their little disco. Also, would you guys like more chill little daytime vibes like this? Bright, bright and light. Okay. Well, I'll run and grab my Norvina 5 then, because the matte white in there is so good. My fat butt can't get past the chair. And something fell again. When does it not? That's how you know when I'm back, because you hear the door before I arrive. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for the lovely compliments. So we're going to go with the white. I might as well use the same brush because I pretty much used the product dry, so I didn't put much on it. All I've got to do is dip once and just work this white in and on top. Oh, like instant brightening. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna soften that in a sec. Just gonna get that color on there first. Because this is as pigmented. I also hit pan on the white on the original Norvina one, which I also have because I have all of them. Thank you, Anne-Marie. I think I'll be honest, my favourite look that I've done is the one I've recently done with Missa. Because like I worked so hard to invent that look. Whereas this is more of a sort of a casual, cute go-to. Also, thanks, Missa. I told you I'd do a black smoky eye at some point. I hope I did you proud, girl. Adding some brightness there, and then buffing it again. It's like a bit of add and take away until you get the desired effect. I think I want a paler lip today because I've been going quite deep with the lips lately. So I'm gonna find possibly a more neutral lip liner if I have one lying around. But that's the eyes so far. I might blend more peach up into the crease and extend it more. We will see. I'm not sure yet. Just because I can't have things just little. I've got to go big or go home. That's just how it is in Daniela world. Oh, and if you want an affordable lip liner, I would say my favorite affordable lip liner is Barry M Toast because it's just very neutral, goes with pretty much everything, not too deep. It's definitely a winner, and it's a good pencil because it is a bit creamy, but it's also quite a stiff pencil, so it doesn't just melt onto the lips like it when it draws on. It doesn't feather, which I like. Thank you, Susie. Obviously, this pencil was full sized, so you can tell how much I've loved it. It's just such a nice tone. I mean, look at it. Too old for dramatic looks. Well, there's no one too old for dramatic. I also like them stiff. I agree, Missa. Down for that. We want quite a pale lip today. So I don't want to go too heavy with the liner, color wise. For some reason, I've got that song on my head now. Big old penis flopping around. See, Susie, you get it. And also look at Jane Wilkes as well. One of the most dramatic and beautiful people to ever walk this earth. Thank you, Judy. What lip am I wearing? Ooh, I might wear the lip I wore yesterday. But I need a bullet underneath. So I'm gonna go on with Sand, which is very pale, but I'm gonna add a bullet on top. Jane is such a queen. She's like the kind of person you want to be when you grow up, when you're just so individual that, like, it makes you like impenetrable. It's beautiful. She's a walking art form. No worries, Judy. This live will be saved, and no one's ever around at the same time, all at the same time, and I expect that. And if you ever want to play catch up or catch a future one or jump in, I am relaxed with all of those options. Oh, I love this lip color so much. It's just really drying up. I'm like, I'll be so sad when this runs out. Like, it is running out, but I'm gonna use it until like it doesn't work at all. I need to do something with my brows before I forget. I'm just going to keep them light and fluffy. So I'm going to use my brow mascara, which I had here. I put it down and I've lost it again because, again, typical Daniela fashion. When do I not lose things? Also, don't buy the brow gel from Aldi. I made that mistake. It's disgusting. Like, it doesn't dry, and this is apparently dark. It blends in. I mean, it looks dark on camera, but it's technically like a taupe. Like it's like straight up grey. There's no. It's just when I put it on, it made my brows lighter. It was just minging. Don't buy it. It is poo. I'm gonna mix a little bit of brow blade with my brow mascara if I can find it, and I'm also gonna use a little eyeliner as well and tight lining in the corners a little bit just to give it some more definition. Also, another really good brow mascara, if you do want to save your money, is from Essence. It's £2. I might even just use this one because I'm not sure. I was going to use my Aroma one because it's a little newer and it's quite pigmented. But this one's also quite nice and it has brow fibers in it. Words are hard. I always stamp out product on the back of my hand before I go in, so it's not just loads in. Because the way you use it, if you're like me and have a little bit of a thicker brow, even if you have a thinner brow, actually, if you use a light hand and let it touch the skin a bit too, it creates brow hairs for you on the skin as well. So almost like a tint, as well as tint the brows. But if you go in really heavy, it's just messy. So I quite like how multi-purpose this product is. I think brow mascaras are quite underrated, to be honest, especially tinted ones. They don't give me the hold that I want, but for the sake of pictures in this look, it's totally fine. Obviously, I use the darkest one because I have deep dark brows. Like, I used to use black brow products and I used to dye my roots black and it just looks normal. And this is like, I have a natural ashy brown tone. I mean, this is as you can see, it's my root color. So, deep brunette and all that jazz. Lip has dried down nice. So I'm going to go in. Tell you what, I'll let you guys pick. Should I go for pale porn star lip or, and I don't usually go for this kind of lip, but I did wear it yesterday, or something a little bit more mauvey and a little deeper. I'm leaning towards the pale because you want the eyes to do the talking, but I'll let you guys pick. And also, one's a MAC, which I love. Baby poo. I don't know where the baby poo lip is. I was going to say this is the W7, and these are 59p in home bargains at the minute. I used sand on the lips already, and we both love that color, so. I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you think because no one's commenting yet, and if not, I will pick. I'm just going to draw a little more browning words again. I suck at words today. I dare not tell you the song that's stuck in my head because it's very annoying. Jeffree Star Gemini. That's not one I've tried, but it looks really nice. My favorite lipstick from Jeffree back in the day was always Baby Daddy. I've literally had like 2 or 3 tubes of that. Both ombre, or one's peach and one's pink. So I don't really want to mix them. I want to do one or the other, if possible. I'm just gonna go pale, I think. Let's do pale porn star lip because I'm feeling sexy. I can pretend to have lips like yours, Anne Marie, but they're just juicy and voluptuous. Hi, Tess. I'm glad you could join. Hi, Sylvia. Yeah, I've taken my time. I'm in no hurry. Oh, yeah. How's that for a 59p lip, though, coverage? And it's thin. I'm just going to put it in the middles and then tap it out so it doesn't take over the whole lip. But it's not drying either. It's so pale. I love it. Then tap it in so it's not. To be honest, I love like a concealery lip look anyway. But... Ooh. Whew. Feeling cute. You know what? To make you happy, I'll add a little bit of MAC on top as well, Anne-Marie. Just to see how it looks. Because now that you said mix them, my brain's just like, would they look good mixed? There you go. I'm so glad you two have managed to join. Did I make your pee more exciting, Tess? That side needs a little bit more bronzer, but not a lot. So I need to go a little easy on this guy. There we go. And just we'll build that up a little bit. I'm barely tapping into the pan. I'm just and a little bit on this side, just a little bit more into the hairline slightly, just to add a little more definition. That's better. It just looks a little bit more put together. Thank you, Tess. I forgot about the necklace. I should put that back on. The best thing about these necklaces is that they shrink again over time, so And what I do is, if I'm not worried about matching my chest, I just pick up a bunch of bronzer and just rework it into the titties. Except my skin's very dry at the minute, so it's grabbing a touch, but that's fine. The joys of having dry, annoying skin. But that way it matches a little more. Arms don't matter too much, because what I would normally do is, if I can't be asked to fake tan, I'll get like a tinted body oil and put that on my arms, because then it moisturizes them too, adds a little bit of a bronze sparkle, and then it still matches the tan, because I'm olive toned anyway. So it works. And then obviously highlight the shoulders if you're going out, and put some bronzer right between your cleavage. So, you know, you're letting those puppies do a little song and dance. I am going to touch up the edges up here a little bit with some more burgundy and peach. Just a touch. Just because I've sprayed a lot of setting spray, and when you do that, it can sometimes, you know, dissipate a bit. So I'm just going to make it pull a little more again, just so you can see it. So I'm literally just, it's just the tip of my brush. Just going over it. Nothing too wild. You see, it just adds to the smoke again. It's nice and simple. Just one little dip. Go over it. Same underneath. And you can even use the same brushes as what I'm doing. I'm just colour switching into my makeup towel. Go back into the peach. I'm actually going to use the peach after here because it's a little bit more prominent. Why do you have puppies in your cleavage? Who wouldn't have puppies in their cleavage? That shouldn't even be something you argue about. Puppies and cleavages should be a thing. Because boobies and puppies are like such a good combination in life. No offense, James. Who doesn't love a pair of boobies, though? Thank you, Emery. Just adding more smoke again. Love how pigmented the Mercury retrograde is. I am wording like an absolute criminal today. Back in with that lighter cream tone. Just blend out the edges again. There we go. If there has been, then it clearly means it should be a thing. And oh yeah, never forget. Yeah, otherwise that's how you end up with lipstick on your teeth. My butt is dead. So let's get the baby ring light out and look at, well, the spackle. I'm just going to spray my face with my favorite setting spray, which is somewhere over here, and I've lost it. I'm turning into a farmer, apparently. Oh, where are you, Scandinavia? Where is my bay? Why do I keep losing everything? Hi, Nicole. I am going to yeet my entire setup across the floor in a minute. Scott, damn. Sick of it's been stood here the whole time. God damn it. If that is not the biggest Daniellaism you could watch. Just going to put this on. Pretend that didn't happen. Ursa. Let's not get mad. No, Scandinavia ran out. No. You need to top that up. I'm annoyed that when I always make sure that whenever I have this much left, I buy it early because it's quite often sold out on Beauty Bay. So I always make sure I already have a backup ready for when it actually runs out. Otherwise, I'm just like everything is just oof. Oh, there we go. Let's have a. I have a little textured and a little dry today, but that's fine. That's normal. Skin does that. Hot weather does that. Dehydration does that. Me wearing makeup for 3 days in a row does that. And it's okay. I'm enjoying my brow shape at the minute. I like that it's straighter. I feel like a sexy hawk. I haven't highlighted under my brow, but I don't know if I need to. If you think I should, I'll add, but I think it looks quite juicy and smoky, so I'm not mad at it. This is what I use for my little low lighting. And then I have the big ring light here, which is like an 18 or 20 inch. It's ridiculously massive. And when I do my ambient pictures, I hold this bad boy back here and I pose. Thank you, Amanda. This was a fun one. No need for brow highlight. I might take my hair down, but I'll be honest, I probably haven't brushed it in like 2 days. I crimped it, so I didn't want to brush it out, otherwise it would turn into a gigantic frizz bomb. And it's kind of already doing that by myself because I'm back in the hairdressers in a week tomorrow anyway to get the blonde more blonde. So as you can see, it's still got a wave. What I might do while I'm here is just put a little bit of hair oil in actually, if I take it down, but I'll probably be too warm and put it back up. If you guys want to see the crazy state it's in right now, feel free to laugh because look at this. It's just absolutely fluffy. And it's also because I lost that oil for a while. I haven't put any in. I had to use a different hair leave-in, which I don't think is as good. My favorite is the L'Oreal Extraordinary Oil. I mean, I'm about to run out. I'm just putting it where I've had a bit of humidity on my hair. It's not too much. I literally use a tiny bit at a time. Ooh, it's very warm as soon as I take it down. Oh, look at all this fluff. Sir, can you stop? This is why I normally straighten it. I just air dried it after I washed it the other day because obviously I'm going to get it bleached again. I don't like the heat either. But, oh God. God, I feel like Shakira. I didn't know that you could dance like this. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. James does an amazing Shakira impression. I'm just saying. I feel dead pale. I'm usually way more tan with my makeup. That's something. But when I'm more tan, instead of going with red, I want to do like a really warm, rich, orangey brown with this black look. I bet that would look really cute. Yeah, well, the money pieces are here. They just need to be lighter. Not like what Matty thought a money piece was on the chat the other day. Couldn't stop laughing. Oof. I'm just still working the oil through my hair because I'm sick of the fluff. I was just singing Hips Don't Lie now. There you go. I'm just coming back a bit so you guys can see how this looks. I don't know if I've shaved my armpits. Probably not, but who cares? I feel like a Spice Girl. I'm not gonna lie. He did. I thought I rewatched the live because obviously I missed a lot of comments and I was just in bed cackling. The the armpit hair merges with the bed hair. I don't even think there is that much hair. I mean, I have a that's a mole on there, but I don't think it's too bad. I just have really dark hair, so when soon as it grows back, it's like an underarm there. Five an armpit o'clock shadow, 5 o'clock shadow for your armpits. I don't know. What should I do? Should I ooh like a bit of up down with a bit of fringe. It's impossible, honestly. This is why I throw money at hairdressers and I'm like, fix me. This is why it lives in a pineapple. Looks cool, but is so difficult to deal with. Half up. Okay, we'll do half up. I just need because even though I can see myself there, it's not easy to do hair on a camera. I'm just saying. So there's my bobble. Pull these bits out. I do the messiest hair, by the way. I'm no good at hair, so don't expect anything less than crazy. But yeah, it's whatever. I'm difficult to deal with. Same. Should I put it all back? Or should I leave the fringe out? I like the fringe out, I think, because it adds like a 90s vibe. I'm gonna put the pony quite high up. And it'll probably be very messy, but it is crimped, so the texture kind of works with the look. It is all my hair. Never needed or worn extensions in my life. And in this weather, it's like a fur jacket. It literally stays on top of my head at all times unless I'm doing the look. It does need a little feathering with the layering, but I feel like I'm missing hoops. Just proper brat soul hair. Woo! It's wild, but it works. Music video hotness, not this again. You made me laugh the other night where you were like, you're like Tess messaged me was like, you're like the hot girl in the music videos. And I was like, since when? Why do you say that? And you were like, okay, the blind girl in the music videos. And I'm just like, stop it. You know what? Should I grab my Shein box and show you my new earrings that I got, and we'll pick a pair of earrings because there's some I haven't even worn yet, and I just think they're cute. Do you want to see them? Should I go get them, or am I taking up too much time? Oh, this brow, no, this brow. Stay fluffy, please. Thank you. I didn't know that you could dance like this. It's stuck in my head now. What have you done? Go! Okay, I will be right back. Also, I bought these from Shein and I'm really sad because they broke. Mister, look at these. Hot pink giant hoops and it snapped. I was gutted. I might repurchase them and be more gentle with them. They are so fun. I just want some hot pink hoops that are bigger than the hot pink hoops I already have. But yeah, I think I might braid and crimp my hair more like this because I'm not hating it. It's just very warm in this weather. Go get the earrings. Yeah, these are all from Shein as well, by the way. I usually get my earrings from Claire's because I'm cheap. Also, if Missus seeing this, this is a present for her. I've got it here. I got them from Shein. It was not expensive, but it's dead cute, and it's a bracelet, a ring, and a choker, so she can join the choker gang. Obviously, you've all seen this choker a million times before. My yin yang choker. I've got one with the moon on it, one with the sun on it, got one with the turtle. Quite a few. Oh yeah, you've all seen my bitch hoops. They literally say the word bitch on them. Some of my favorites. But they're not the new ones, so I'm trying to find the new ones. Oh. These are some of the coolest earrings I bought off Shein. I think they were like £2. And they're nice and heavy as well. Just hoping these don't snap because I love them. But giant golden dragons. Like, how Daniela is that? And I'm ridiculous. So not only did I get giant golden dragons, I also got little baby golden dragons with like little hoops. So yeah, these were good. I think they're like £1.50. Like, look how cute they are. I'm positive I was in a really bitchy mood the same day I bought my earrings because I also got a giant set of knives as earrings. I mean, I thought as well towards Halloween if I do like creepy or like mean girl looks. I was just like, yes, knives in your ears. Just look mean and like it cut a bitch. Even though I'm like not a mean person, but it's also cute and to feel like untouchable. When actual knives, nah, they're really blunt. Like probably use them to scratch yourself, but they won't do a lot. These are really cute, and I have them in bright neon yellow green as well. I've put them down somewhere, but little silver flames, like drop ones. I just thought they were super ridiculously naughties. They would look cute with the pink t-shirt, Anne Marie. I won't show them the t-shirt yet until I do the look because it's part of the look. I need to do the look that I told you about. Also, these are really girly, but I'm completely in love with them, and I'm debating buying big hoops to do this with. But Tia loves these as well because I showed her them when I got them. But it's a pair of hoops with pastel beads on, and even though I'm not like the girliest girl, I think they are so freaking cute. And with like space buns and like a cute sparkly colorful look, or like even a neutral with just lashes and like a cute 90s outfit. I just feel like these are just so nice. I love them. They don't go with this look at all, but I love them. You have a meat cleaver tattoo behind your ear. That's so cool. Or the butcher knife. Oh, that just gives me bad bitch energy. I'm all about that. I bought these are staying in the bag because my favorite pair of earrings, besides my neon yellow and pink hoops from Shein, which I love and also have doubles off. My other favorite pair of earrings, which I have in the bag here, are these, my shirkins, just because they go with everything and they just look so badass. And I wish they came in gold as well. I want a cool earring collection, and I feel like I would always wear the same things in my makeup looks, and I'm just trying to make things more interesting now. I'm like into it. Enjoy your Zoom meeting, Jess. Thank you for joining. There you go. There. Like, look at these. And they're so reflective. They look cool in makeup pictures. You'll see these in a lot of my Insta photos. Oh, I also need to plug my phone in. Hold up. It's good. I've got my cable right here. I always have it ready because I don't like charging my phone while I'm streaming because it's not good for the battery. But once it gets low, I'm fine with it. Did I plug you in? I need a new cable because my cable is failing a bit. So I'm hoping there we go. It's working now. Oh no, it's not. God damn it. Give me a minute. Yeah, my cable is a little broken, so it's been sort of driving me a little bit mad. Let's do it like that. Yep, that's fine. That's charging now. I also bought, this was a men's bracelet, but it's black and white with a dragon on it. Of course, I bought it. Like, because I love, when I go out, I actually love wearing loads of beaded bracelets like you do in the early noughties. I still have bracelets from like my alt days, so to speak. Also, I realized I've had this in portrait mode the whole time when I should have turned the camera. I do apologize and I will rectify that next time. Just bad habits because I'm used to having people in a stream with me. But I hope you guys can still see me okay. I can't be asked to change that now, but we'll change it down the line. Oh no, everything's tangled. Shein has the most insane earring, like literally when I say thousands of earrings, you won't get bored. There's just so much to buy, it's almost overwhelming. And it's cheap. Super duper cheap. Damn it. Sorry, I'm just fighting with everything. I got this set, and I know where the purple one's gone because I've moved it to the bedroom. I think this was like £2 or £3. It's just cool, different colored hoops. I know they're not very big, but if I have a themed color look, I can use them. And when I get a second piercing, because I want to get one kind of soonish, I can wear a big set of hoops and a smaller set of hoops. I'm sorry to hear that, Gaia. I hope things will get better. I need to look at misguided hoops. Also got this necklace set. That's what I was fighting with earlier. £3, and it comes with dice, like a simple chain, a chain with a cherry on, which I don't know if I'll wear. It's kind of old school, but kind of cute. But my friend Charlotte was wearing this before, and I was like, I need it. But it's like this cool choker, and it just says gross. And with me and my grungy ass, I kind of love that. I just feel like it's kind of hot. Just gave me bad bitch energy. There's another one of my neon hoops. Oh, a favorite pair that I've bought, and I think they are super duper cute of Shein and quite unusual, is Yin Yang. Because you know me, I love Yin Yang, I love dragons, all that sort of stuff. On paper clips, they say Yin Yang under beads, and they're bears. So there's a bear on the bottom of each one, but they're not too girly. They're kind of cool and interesting. Oh, the neon hoops are my favorites, and I wear them all the damn time. I want to try these on quickly because just want to see how they sit. Because I love. I've also bought yin yang socks, and I mismatch them, so I'll wear white one on one foot and the black one on the other, and they have like yin yangs on them as well, so they still match. But that's so cute. I love that. They're so different. And they were what, like £2 as well, and they're just a little bit different. I also bought, I don't know where the other one is, but it's there in the box somewhere. But like shiny blue, like dragons, because they're kind of old school noughties. They give me Sporty Spice vibes with the outfit. I also bought them in plain silver. I know that, and they are also somewhere. And then I bought, I don't want to hear about your grungy ass. It's a very grungy ass and massive. But no, iridescent bears. There's just something a little bit Japanese street fashion about them, but also 90s. And I like how they're girly, but not too girly, so I can kind of boss them up a bit, but they kind of add a little something. And I love anything iridescent. That's fair. I have allergies to certain metals in my upper ear where I had piercings, and I want to get them redone. But I made the mistake when I was 17 of getting done with a gun, so it's just not the best. Oh yeah, these earrings are cool too. When I say I got a few. Another pair of yin yang earrings, but also another cool pair. These have chains on, and then oh gosh, I need them the right way around. So basically, one's like this and one's like this. So one's the black, one's the white, and it's on a chain. I might wear these today actually, because they're like really cool looking, I think. I do know that I squished one of the ear things though, so I'm hoping that they go on and not look weird. Yeah, they're fine. Also says I collect earrings and dragons. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, it's doing that. I need to bend the earring a bit just so it doesn't stick out. There we go. And then they're like mismatching, and I can mismatch it with the socks. And I would also change this choker for the yin yang choker so it matches, and then also the top matches. Keep putting this bloody choker on the wrong way around. Also, I don't mind necklaces that fasten, but with this, it's just put it on and go. It's just really easy. The only thing is hair, but besides that, you go and it's pretty, like I said, hair. Once you get the annoying hair part out, oop, 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 and then I'm matching. Should maybe do like a yin yang eye look at some point. That'll be cute. Like, because I've always wanted to do a look. Feel free to nick the idea where it's a big black wing, a big white wing, just like extra, like really big, plain wings, black lash on the white wing, white lash on the black wing, and just a nude lip. I know it sounds stupidly simple, but I've always thought it'd look really cool. Spam me, and I'll tell you later if I like them. I heard of Sweet Romance, Tess. My sister likes like Victorian and like pagan jewelry and stuff because that's her thing. She also wants like Norse tattoos and stuff like that, so you'd probably get on really well with her. Thanks, Nick, and the idea. Well, we should both do it. Oh yeah, and there's this little necklace too that came. It's got like a really weird little berry on it. I have no idea what it is. And another Another necklace with a yin yang on. Surprise, surprise. But whenever I see it on Shein, I'm just like, add to cart. I don't even think twice. I'm like, oh, yin yang, I need it. It just makes my naughty's heart happy. And the fact that it's one of those that, you know, when it's out of fashion, it's going to get expensive to buy again. So to add variety, and if even down the line, if things break, you can upcycle them, use pendants, add these to earrings or to necklaces. Like just buy stuff and mix and match it. Would it look cool when I got my extra ear piercings? If I wore this and a pair of hoops, would it not work? I don't know. I'm just game to try. Also, I got these bitch hoops, not on Shein, but on Depop. I just saw them and I was just like, these look mean, so I need them. We do need to do our Try Not to Laugh live. I think we should do it after I'm back from Mrs. in August. Because I need to work out ideas for lives because we were talking about it before, and try and have like a thing going or like themes going so we can add in when we want to do it. Because we also want Kerry on because we haven't had Kerry on yet, so we want her on at some point soonish as well, and then we'll do yours. Because I'm so down for that. I think a drink, a laugh, and everything is what's needed. I feel a little paler, but I'm not mad at it. It's my skin tone. I'm still yellow, so that's the main thing. Do you guys want to see how this all looks in natural light? I want Tia on too. Oh, Tia will be so funny. An earring spam group. Just send links. I don't think there's a need for a whole group for earrings, but it's quite a funny idea. I do have loads still saved in my basket. It's a hobby. Add to basket, cry because I'm broke, and then just go through them. What is going on in my hair? It's like poking out on this side. It's because when I braided it, I put the bubble there so the ends are straighter. So it doesn't really blend, but it also needs a trim. When I got my hair done again after the horrible hairdresser, I didn't have another haircut because the horrible hairdresser took too much hair off. But because it's a little longer now, we can get rid of the boxy cuts. So it should be a little more feathery when I get it done next week as well. Cool. Let's jump into some natural light. Hi, Kim. Oh, I need a fan. But I also hate the noise fans make. It gets annoying. Let's get me to some natural light then. Anything is my phone. I'm back. Sorry. That went weird. I don't know what happened there. Ooh. Dropping everything, but pretending it never happened. It is not hugely sunny where I'm at right now, but this is the vibe. Oh, it's so nice. I'm next to an open window, so I'm like, let's just stay here for a while. What is my camera doing? There we go. Give you a close up of the eyeballs. And you saw how messy it started, and it's still blended out dead soft, and it's just trusting the process and rolling with it. I actually don't mind I had to take it up a little further because it gave me a little more of a wing. My hair is so yellow at the minute, that's the only thing. I mean, it looks naughty, so I'm not mad at it, but when it's lighter, So I literally have, hold on, I literally have like patches of hair that are lighter than others. So there's like parts of my hair. Oh, yep, there it was. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Under here where it's like white, like very white, and just some bits just need more lightening. So that's what's happening on Tuesday. I think I'm gonna call it squits in a sec, just because my phone really needs to charge. Like it's under 20%. And I need food. I'm hungry. So yeah, I was sat in the chair and my stomach just keeps going. So exactly that noise. Oh, you guys can see my photo wall. Oh, I'm pressing buttons. Ignore me. I love you all as well. If you guys want to see more looks like this than just extravagant shit all the time, let me know. I'm game for anything. I didn't want anything too complicated today, so this is the kind of look I do, which I could even do in like half an hour or less. I just wanted to talk through the process and take my time. But if I wanted to be quick, I can do this kind of look dead fast and with pretty much any color combination. So like, I can do a more in-depth content video on this one day, or something like that, but squits like liquid shits. I like call it quits, but call it squits. I just like weird words. Yeah. Or I like to say to James, I just turn around and I go, I need to food. Food eats now, please. Please eat food. Shut up and go eat. Thanks, babe. Love you too. Are you over anytime soon? I might pop to Aldi and grab something actually. Because I haven't defrosted anything because I always forget. What would you like for din dins, James? 1 in the morning in Australia. Wow, it's just past 4:15 here in the afternoon. Sorting references. Oh, nice. Eat the food. I don't know if Miss is up for it. We'll see. It's no promise, but I'd probably like to copy a look of her this Saturday, just to mix it up and see if she can teach too. Or mix it up unless she wants to copy another one of mine, or unless we play with something new. Whatever. If you guys have ideas for themes, throw them at us. I have plenty of ideas, but obviously we're doing this not just for ourselves, but for your enjoyment too. So honestly, if there's anything specific you want to see that we do together, we're down. No. Well, Missa already said no, so you'll have to fight her for it. You should all spam her now. She could talk me through something precise, because people think I can't do precise when I can. A Pokemon inspired look. What Pokemon would I be? I'll call myself a Jigglybutt, if that's any. Instead of a Jigglypuff. Even though my butt doesn't even jiggle that much because it's, for a big peach, it's quite firm, to be honest. Now I'm just procrastinating. I need to go, but like I do enjoy hanging out with you all, and it's been really fun. This is my happy face. Enjoy it. Also, this glitter is everything. If you need Nabla or the Lip Lash Beauty glitter, and this is how it looks on top of black shadow, like, yes. Sparkle, sparkle. I'd be a puffy potato. I love that. I might change your name in my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Aldi. Should I just go like this and put pictures and the sausages of me going to Aldi dressed like this? And oh God, that's disgusting, Gaia. Thank you. That's a. I'm trying to get hungry, not get put off. Gonna go buy some glitter. Yeah, it's called the Nabla Miami Lights because they've got two quads out. One's a more like Christmassy red gold set. This is the more iridescent set. Also, if you ever can, buy the Champagne Supernova gloss that's part of the same range because my God, it is one of the nicest glosses that exist. I'd show you it, but you're all probably sick of my face now. I'm just being annoying for the sake of it. But no, I'm a go. I love you all. This brow wants to not be fluffy when I'm trying to tell it to be fluffy. Stay fluffy, please. Thank you. Maccas. All right. You all take care. Love you all. Bye bye. That was the worst wink ever.